tutare ture mamae purinjana purinkuruso. Om tare tutare ture soha. 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 Araya, Tara, please lead me on the way of great liberation. Remove all obstacles to swift accomplishment. Fulfill all wishes and aspirations. Relieve all sufferings. Dispel all fears, anxieties, and hesitations, and protect me from doubt. Empower me as a liberator of beings, so that the ultimate benefit of oneself and others is quickly achieved. Infinite emerald, green mandalas of magical activity emanations, instantly pervading the entire universe. May supreme perfect enlightenment like yours be ours. Om tare tutare ture, ture soha. Om tare ture, Om tare ture suha. Om tare ture soha. What's today? It's Monday. If you didn't know that, then surprise, it's Monday. I had to look because I wasn't sure. Oh my goodness. The new world. I wonder what the new world will be like. What's going to be our next thing? I assume at some point we'll have some relief from this current state. Of course, there'll be a new thing, as there always is. Ever-changing world of interconnectedness and cyclic existence. Just is what it is. The is in the isness. Can contemplate that one for a little while. What is the is, and where is the is, and what is the isness? So, we're here to meditate. You're here to meditate. I'm here to meditate. So what are we doing in meditation? We're focusing our attention toward consciousness. And I don't mean consciousness like consciousness and unconsciousness. I mean the consciousness that is the heart of the existence of everything. So if you think about form and formless, everything that's human, animal, plant, mineral, everything in the universe, all exists within consciousness and all contains consciousness and is simultaneously all contained within consciousness, including us, the humans. So there's an inseparability that is unbreakable, that we are all a part of. And whether that gives you relief or anxiety, it is to be considered. So keep considering it. So there's a consciousness to everything. So if we think about our own our own access to consciousness, it's not your consciousness or my consciousness. That's a different consciousness. That's the awake or asleepness, which we're often mostly asleep. So we get to focus a bit on our natural state, which the natural state of consciousness is unchanged by anything else. So when we think about our experience, our human experience, things like emotions, sensations, feelings, thoughts, that consciousness is unchanged by those things, no matter how dramatic or mundane they may be. It is completely unaffected by that state. And we use, I don't know where it is. I have a crystal. If I can get it. These crystals. See this crystal? See how it picks up? You can see it looks like it's red now. Looks like it's black. Looks like it's brown and beaded. But it's unaffected. I can view through it. I can see horrific things through it. I can see beautiful things through it. And yet it's unchanged. So our natural state is much like this crystal. Unaffected, unchanged by what it experiences. Of course, there's an idea of, you could crush that crystal and it would be changed. So don't overthink it. But it's the crystalline-like nature of that natural beingness that pervades everything that we are attempting to access. And when we can get in touch with that which is unaffected by our emotions, feelings, thoughts, and sensations, then we can see our own experience as arising out of our human nature. All of those things, thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, are arising from our humanness. A flower in the yard doesn't have that same experience of emotions and feelings and sensation in the same way that we do. So there's a specialness about what we're experiencing and shouldn't be squandered, but it also gets in the way of feeling and sensing that true nature and that connectedness. So when we can sit in that space, sit in that consciousness where we're unfazed, unchanged by our own human experience, we can see it as it arises. And oh, that's an emotion. Oh, that's joy. Oh, that's sadness. Oh, oh, oh. You are not your thoughts. You are not your sensations. You are not your feelings or emotions. You are experiencing those things. So let's be clear when we're sitting that we are accessing that calm abiding of perpetual okayness that is ever present in that consciousness, and that the rest of it is experience. And we can be aware of that consciousness. We can be aware of our experience. And then, if we need to take skillful action, we can, rather than just getting pulled around by those sensations and emotions and thoughts and feelings and whatnot that arises and pulls us, yanks us, keeps us suffering. So it's important to understand what we're sitting for and how we're sitting. So sit upright. Don't lay down. That's a different thing. That's called resting. Sleeping. Napping. In this practice, we sit upright, either feet on the floor or butt on the floor, one of the two. So you can sit in a chair, you can sit on a couch, you can sit on your bed, but sit upright. Sit on the floor, whatever. Sit on the floor. Or sit upright is what I'm saying. Sit upright. Spine is straight. Head is on top of our shoulders. Slumping makes us feel lethargic. Slumping makes us feel depressed. Sitting back too far makes us feel anxious. Find that right point, that plumb point, where we are in the middle, calm, neutral. If you feel like you're too far in your head, tuck your chin a little bit towards your chest. Get your attention out of your head and your thoughts and into your heart, into the heart of all awakening, all consciousness. Assume your seat, straighten your spine. Awaken your attention and your awareness to this moment. Check in with your body. What's the condition of your body today? Do you feel good? Is there any tension, any pain? Release what you can, relieve what you can. Be compassionate that we're in a human body, we're in a human form, and that means that we feel and experience all that the body has to provide. The entire experience. Take some deep breaths into the low belly. Focusing your attention for a moment about 2 fingers below your navel. This is called the hara. Sometimes the seat of awareness. It's where everything opens. So open up your area, open up your consciousness. Naturally open and curious, awake and aware. Just sitting and breathing. Sit back and enjoy the show as your emotions, sensations, and thoughts continue to arise naturally. Resist the need to engage or control those thoughts and feelings, sensations, emotions, but instead watch them. Just watch. No need to entangle. No need to even interpret their dance. Watching from your unaffected state of consciousness. This practice is about being, not doing. So let everything go. Let everything come and go. And you just watch and be in the experience. Not trying to learn anything, not trying to achieve anything, just being aware. Present in this moment. Good practice. Good practice, my friends. Good job showing up. Good job working it in. It's important. It's important to do it. Do it often. Do it daily. At a minimum, daily. A couple times a day is really good. The Tibetan masters would tell you 6 times a day. Short periods. Lama Surya Das used to say that one of his teachers told him, many quickie equal one longie. So, do many quickies. Do many quickies. So, practice. Practice being, practice accessing that consciousness that we were just talking about. Accessing that point which is aware and unfazed by anything. Those are our constructs, and those are fine. We don't want to get rid of those. We just want to understand what they are. We understand that we have reactions, that we have emotions, thoughts, feelings, and sensations as humans through the vessel of these bodies, which we love and adore, and we're very attached to. That's also part of the root of our attachment. So as we start to unfold this consciousness and awareness and walking the path, we start to understand the elements of what we see and what we're clinging to and attached to. And when we see it for what it is, we can release our grip on it. Doesn't mean that it won't exist. Doesn't mean that it won't continue to happen, because, you know, we're experiencing stuff, and that's fine. We just don't want to be clinging to it to the point that we're dragged around by suffering. We can see it and, oh, that has an element of suffering, and I can release it, release my grip on it, which is causing my own suffering. First, we have to understand that we have suffering. Second, we have to understand that there's a cause for that suffering. Third, we have to understand that there is a remedy to that suffering. And fourth is to apply wisdom from our awareness of the consciousness that is the source of all those things. When we can see it all as a big picture, I'll draw it out for you in a PowerPoint if you'd like. We'll add it to our Foundations of Buddhism class this fall. So it's good. Keep practicing. Keep practicing as much as you can, so that you can feel the familiarity of that consciousness and your attentive awareness to that consciousness. So I'll be back here tomorrow at 2:30, and I hope you are going to join me, because we're going to practice. Got to keep practicing. Keep pointing our awareness. Yep. We're going to do it. We'll do it together. Everyone will be enlightened. We'll try, right? That's all I've got for today. I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Don't forget, our Backyard Buddhist podcast drops every Tuesday, a brand new one every week. So we'll have a new version out tomorrow. Danny and I just recorded it, and it will be awesome. So